Hi, this is my second video. I'm not gonna lie, I've tried recording this a couple times because there's this concept in my head and I'm just having a little bit of trouble like getting it out of my head and into the world. But alas, I'm here trying one more time. Um, I wanted to talk about love today. I know that seems pretty cliche, but I love love. I love love and I love thinking about it all the time. It's just something about me, I guess, that I've come to accept. But for a long time in my life, I genuinely just thought that I wouldn't be loved. And I think I spent a large part of my life so far trying to prove that thought wrong, which is it's a double-edged sword, right? Because in one hand, I'm I know deep down that like there is no possible way that I am unlovable, and I have hope that, I'll be able to get what I'm looking for. But on the other hand, it's just kind of like you're so desperate for it that you're looking for it in all the wrong places from all the wrong people because you're just so like you want it so bad. And so I wanted to be loved my whole life, really. I remember being a kid and like playing in my room by myself and just like creating all these love stories with my Barbies and my brats and, all these like, even like kind of soap opera-ish imaginatory uh role playing that I was doing with my dolls. And it was, man, I miss that sometimes, just the innocence of like making something, just playing. Man, I miss playing sometimes. But anyways, um yeah, I genuinely thought that it just was not going to happen for me one day, that I just was not, just this push and pull of I'm never going to be loved, and oh no, I'm loved everywhere I go. And it's just this boop, 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 boop all the time. It got exhausting so fast until my friend gave me a camera for Christmas. And I took a shower after I got the camera and I just started crying because that was the first time in a while that I really felt seen, that I felt heard, that I felt, encouraged. I felt loved. I felt really genuinely like I had finally people in my life that loved me, that believed in me, that like accept me for who I am and what I think and what I have to share and how I have to share it and all these things. Trying not to tear up right now, but I just sat with that. I really sat with that. And I just, I had gotten a text from my friend asking me to help pick him up at the airport the next day to surprise his family. And it's like, I was loved in the way that he trusted me and relied on me. And like, it's just these little things in my life that like I have wanted so badly. And I finally had them right here in my hands. Like, my my best friend, my sister accepting me, loving me, my friend Hunter trusting me and like confiding in me and like, you know, it's just, man, it felt so good. It felt so good to let myself feel good in the fact that like yes, like you are loved and yes, you do have people in your life that are like here for you. And you don't have to keep looking anymore because you have it and it will keep coming to you. And so, um, I was outside one day and my childhood dog came up to me and I was just crying because, long story. I don't want to get into that, but I was just like kind of shedding a couple tears and she came up to me and started licking the tears off my face because she knew I wasn't okay. Like my childhood dog that has seen every phase of my life. She knew. And it's just, I'm loved in that way that she like still loves me and cares enough to like wipe the tears off my face, you know? I'm loved in the way that my daughter smiles in the morning when she sees me and like when she like hears my voice and she just wakes up and the first thing she says is, "Mommy, baby shark is on the ceiling." And it's just like, it floods my heart and obviously my eyes. I'm literally about to cry just thinking about it. I'm like, I'm loved in the way that I can make my friends laugh, that they look forward to spending time with me because they like me, because they accept me. I'm loved in the way my brother tries to show me funny videos of skibbity toilet memes and I laugh because they're fucking insane. They're absurd. And he laughs too, and I love the way he laughs and how we laugh together. I'm loved in the way that like my best friend always knows the perfect things to give me, and gift giving is her love language. And I'm loved in the way that, I have friends, childhood friends who remember details about me that I don't even remember because I was too busy in what felt like suffering in my life to really remember anything else. But, I really, truly, I'm loved in the way that like my some of my clients confide in me with their secrets and their houses and like everything they love. I don't know. I have tried so hard to show broken people my entire life that I'm worthy of being loved, that I'm worthy of being trusted, that I'm worthy of like all these things. And even though they wouldn't give it to me, I fought to prove myself to people who literally obviously didn't even love themselves and didn't even care about themselves. And you know, that rubbed off on me because there's this thing that people say that your partner is sometimes a reflection of you, right? And I feel like I was being shown time and time again that I'm just like these people I've been with, that I'm also broken, that I also, I have my things that I wanted to be loved so badly that I would just let anything happen, you know? And, looking back at it from where I'm at now, I feel sad because the majority of my life so far, that was me being a child, trying to be loved, trying to fit in, trying to have somebody tell me that they believed in me, really. And I feel bad. I really do. Because I feel like ever since then, especially, I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of children. I've met a lot of like adults. I've met just people that also felt that way. And dude, it's just like we have an epidemic of people who really don't have love in their life. And everybody needs love in their life at some point. But I'm not trying to be too preachy about it. It's just, I was thinking about it. I'm loved in the way that my family takes risks. Like when my granddad came to America with no future, no English, no nobody here, just him by himself with a plan to maybe someday bring his family over, you know? I'm loved in the way that, like, when he did that, he was thinking about my mom and her kids too. Like, he thought about his kids and his future grandkids and like the future. Um, and I also think that I don't know why it's so hard for me to accept that I want to be loved. it's hard for a lot of people to accept that they just want love in their life because it's almost like pride, it's almost like ego just will not let you admit that because for whatever reason. I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed that in my family, a lot of the women in my family had to sacrifice themselves in order to have stability, had to sacrifice the idea of being loved and accepted for who they were, and, traded that for a house with kids because that's all they were taught. I feel like a lot of women, what the heck was that? My door just started moving by itself. I think my cat is out there, actually. Hold on. Oh, wow. Yeah, he was out there. But, anyways, I think a lot of people in my lineage and with my DNA, those who came before me, right? They all sacrificed the idea of love. I think they just, I don't know. I think they thought it was weak to be vulnerable. I think they thought that happiness and love were unrealistic. Um, I think they were just too busy trying to survive to really focus on the fact that they were miserable. And, I understand that that's the reality for a lot of people, that they're just too busy trying to survive. And I don't know. I don't know. I guess my hope is that people will realize that they can have these things. They can be loved. They can be happy. They can have the things they want in life if they really, truly accept it. And it does feel a little cliche saying that. It does feel a little like delusional optimism sometimes, trying to keep that idea up in my head. But ultimately, I think I'm at a point in my life where I can't give up. As much as I wanted to, as much as I want to give up this idea that, this feeling that I have in me, I just don't think I can anymore. It feels nice to be loved, truly. It feels nice to be seen, truly. And I wish I could do that for a lot more people, but right now I'm really happy with the people in my life, and I'm really happy with my life, and I'm glad my brain kind of is trying to stop sabotaging itself. Um, and I'm happy. I'm very grateful for the fact that I no longer feel like I will never be loved. Because I feel like now I kind of know what love feels like. Love feels like this letter that was given to me by this guy one time who was just pouring his heart out on pages, and I still read it occasionally because it just reminds me of how much I was loved, how much I am loved. I think love feels like when you hug your friend after you see that they're grieving. It feels like just that space, or the lack of space, actually, between two people that are just holding each other, that need each other in that moment. I think love sounds like a song that kind of sends a shiver like up your spine and into your brain and into the folds of your brain. And love just sounds like my daughter laughing so hard and then just going like gasping for air because of how hard she's laughing. And it also sounds like when she's crying, when she just needs me. My cat's so loud back there. Love feels like people that remember things about you that you don't even remember about yourself, that you don't even remember saying, that you don't even remember doing. Love feels like A warm cookie, freshly baked cookie. Hmm. And love feels like a hot shower that reminds you that you are loved and that you finally have it and that you don't have to look so hard anymore. Um, I think that's what love feels like sometimes. And I think I'm going to keep reminding myself of what that feels like. And so I guess my message to you is just I hope that you can find ways in your life that you're loved right now. As cliche as that sounds, I think sometimes we overlook we overlook how loved we are. And I don't know about you, but I carry a little bit of regret in me that didn't I wasn't fully like accepted and accepting the fact that I was loved, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so I don't want you to waste any time. I don't want you to waste any of that feeling before it's gone because, love comes and goes. And that's why it must be cherished at all times in any way you can have it. And so I think that's just what I'm doing right now is just sitting in that fact and grateful for it. Yeah. Bye bye.